As everybody knows, or probably knows, Texas floods has devastated a region of Texas around the 4th of July. Sadly, as when I make this video, it's likely to go higher. 120 people has been confirmed dead. A lot of them children. As I'm making this video, about 20 children has died in one place. A Christian summer camp, and about 10 kids are missing, which means the death toll is likely to climb to over 30 at that one place. There has been some rightful criticism of how the Texas government not exactly responded, but how they could have prevented this tragedy. And sadly enough, we have people in this country that think politics is like a team. We got to defend our team's actions no matter what, which I don't believe in. If your team fucks up, or if your party fucks up, if you want to consider it a team, let's consider it a team. If your team fucks up, just admit it. Nothing wrong with that. But some people will defend whatever actions they do no matter what. And I got 2 examples of this because I like reading the comments of articles because it can be very interesting, very entertaining sometimes. I recommend you guys doing it. These are 2 examples. First example is, it's not Abbott's fault. The locals didn't want to pay for the text alerts. Well, he put a thing, so let's say actually how it's supposed to sound. It's not Abbott's fault the locals didn't want to pay for the text alerts. Now that this has happened, we need areas with extreme weather disasters like this to post the signs up for alerts in case you're out of town and wanting to go camping in the area. He said waiting, but I think he meant wanting. Must be a typo. First off, it is the Texas government's fault. And I don't know where you're getting where you have to pay for text alerts. You don't. They're free. There's no paying for text alerts. I don't know where you're getting that from. And even if they had signs, let's say if they had signs, and everybody had the text alerts on, it happened a little after 4 o'clock in the morning. Most people was asleep. They wouldn't have heard the text alerts. The text alerts wasn't the issue. It really wasn't. It was the fact that they didn't have flood sirens in a flood zone. Alright? Especially after it was proposed to have them in that same exact area. Sirens go off really loud. People can hear it. You don't have to rely on a cell phone. Because people may turn their cell phones off. It might be in another room. It might be this. It might be that. That would have saved lives. And that's where the criticisms are coming from. And you can blame the victims over blaming the government all you want. It's the victim's fault. Man, they should have had text on their phone. It's the victim's fault. No, don't blame the victims. All right, you blaming the victims. That's wrong. I'm sorry. Shouldn't do that, especially in this case. Should not do that. All right, now that's the that one, trying to defend the government's actions by blaming the victims. All right. These comments are so partisan and so dishonest. Cry me a river. There are millions of threats and you can't predict them. But you want to pick the ones that happen and say you should have seen them coming. What if a cluster of meteorites the size of marbles hit a crowd? They are all dead. It could have been prevented. But it's only going to be an issue to partisans who don't have the White House. This could happen anywhere. Let's break this down. Calling comments partisan and dishonest. Stop crying. And second, this comment reeks of partisan and dishonesty. There are millions of threats and you can't predict them. I think you can predict a flood in a flood zone. If anything, it's like you can't predict a hurricane will sooner or later hit Florida. You can't predict that. We don't know if one's going to hit. Well, you may not know when it's going to hit, but you know it's going to hit. So you do things so when it does hit, you can try to save lives. You can go, oh, we don't know, so we're not going to do anything ever. No, it don't work like that. But you want to pick the ones that happen and say you should have seen them coming. Yes, you should see a flood. It's going to hit a flood zone. Just like you can see that a hurricane is going to hit Florida. What if a cluster of meteorites is... Are you really comparing a meteorites randomly hitting somebody with a flood in a flood zone? Disregard it as stupid. No. It's not an issue with partisans. It's an issue with not doing what's right. Alright? I would say the same thing if this was a freaking blue state and blue state government did this. Alright? Texas had money to ship off illegals to Martha's Vineyard or to other places, or to put barbed wire on the Rio Grande or whatever, but they didn't have money to for a siren alert system. Call bullshit. Call bullshit. And it's also worth noting that the governor of Texas, of course he won't say it the way I did, agrees with me. He now wants to upgrade the emergency alert system because it failed. There's no question about that. It failed. They may not want to blame themselves, but it is their fault that it failed. This team, I can't blame my team, has to stop. I'm an independent. I don't believe in parties at all. I think parties are the death of us. George Washington didn't believe in parties. Look it up. Google 3. Look it up. You don't think I wasn't critical of Biden when he fucked up? And believe you me, there's some things he fucked up on. That's it. Until next time, YouTube. Take care.